So do you know what needs to be invented? I do. I really do. I know what needs to be invented. So, one of you, get out a piece of paper and a pencil and just write this down. A bubble that gets put on your head when you're talking on the phone, and it can be invisible, but it has to be like there. And it mutes you to the rest of the world so that you can talk about whatever you're going to talk about without the rest of the world hearing you. This needs to be invented because I am tired of going to the bank or the grocery store or out in public in general where you have to wait in line and seeing these bitches, these self-absorbed bitches who think that they're talking privately, like just because they're on their phone, that they're not going to disrupt anyone else and that no one else can hear them. That's the only person that is going to be receiving the information is the person on the other end of the line. I'm just so sick of hearing these perfect strangers' trials and tribulations that I just don't give a shit about. It's bad enough when your best friend calls you up and they're like, oh, me and Tommy broke up, and you're like, oh no, and you have to care. It's way worse when a perfect stranger who's standing right in front of you is telling the story to a person that you don't know, but you have to hear it and just like be involved, and you're like, what the fuck? But as if that isn't bad enough, the other day I was in a store, I was in the grocery store just waiting to purchase my groceries, and there was a young woman in front of me, and you know this girl, you know her. The sweatpants that say something on the ass. Yeah. The Ugg boots, the camisole, but a full face of makeup. Hey, bitch. And so she's standing in front of me, and she's just chatting away about this experience because she had an appointment to go and get her... Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna come out and say that this video might not be appropriate for the children. Not that really any of my videos are, because I curse like a fucking sailor. But this one, it's pretty gross, quite frankly. So I'm just gonna come out, say that this girl's gross. Okay. And she's only a couple of feet in front of me, and so I cannot help but hear about the wonderful story that she has to tell. Girl, okay, Tiffany, I have a story to tell you. Okay, are you ready? So, the other day, Chad's like going down on me, and then he just like stops, and I'm like, what's your problem? And he's just like staring at me, and I'm like, what? And he's like, I just got one of your pubes in my mouth. And I'm like, what the? Why would you even say something like that? And he's like, seriously, you need to get a handle on that shit. And I'm like, yeah, I know. What an asshole, right? I should totally dump him. And yeah, no, I should. I definitely should. What a dick. So anyway, so I made the appointment to go and get my cunt waxed. Because, like, shaving gives me, like, the worst razor burn ever. Like, oh my god, I get ingrown hairs like it's nobody's business. So I go in to get my cunt waxed. So she, like, takes me back there and tells me to get undressed from the waist down. And she, like, didn't leave the room. And it's, like, sort of like, yeah. Yeah, I think she was secretly a leslie. Like, I felt like she was undressing me with her eyes, and then she just wanted me, like, actually undress. So, it was like, yeah, it was pretty gross. I mean, I know. Yeah. But anyway, so I was, like, paying her, so I had to, like, do it anyway, right? And then she asked me to, like, do a butterfly, and I'm like, oh my god, what are you talking about? Like, a butterfly? Like, when's the last time you did a butterfly? I can do a fucking butterfly. I am not that flexible. So anyway, I gave her my best shot, and she said that's fine. And, yeah. Yeah, no, she was totally coming on to me. I know, what a leslie. So then she, like, goes, and she's, like, doing it, and oh my god, Tiffany, it hurts so much. Have you ever had it? Yeah, you have? I know, it hurts so much, right? I had no idea. Anyway, so, like, I mean, I knew it would hurt, but I didn't think it was, like, gonna hurt that bad. Anyway, so then, out of nowhere, like, she's, like, going along, and she's, like, telling me to, like, inhale, exhale, whatever. It, like, hurts so bad. Like, oh my god, I swear to god, nothing could hurt more than this. Like, seriously. Like, oh my god, kill me now. And all of a sudden, she just, like, stops, and I'm like, bitch, I just want to get this over with. Can you just keep going? and she like points down to my legs, and so I like sit up and I see, and I realize that I started my period. Like, how weird, right? I know, it's so gross, it's so embarrassing. And so then I was like, oh my god, sorry, and I guess like she like got some on her hand, and like that's like what she like noticed. I was like, oh my god, it's so gross. And so then I like went to the bathroom and like I cleaned up, but you know, it was like, oh my god. But you know, hey, I mean, at least now Chad like goes down on me. Oh my word. I did not need to know about that. About anyone. Nope, no, definitely. I could have gone the rest of my life without hearing about a girl who, at the request of her boyfriend, removed her pubic hair and in the middle of that session began to spontaneously menstruate. What the fuck? I feel like periods are not as gross as this society makes them out to be. Regardless, that is not the sort of thing that you just talk about in public on your phone. We can hear you. Listen, sweetheart, honey, just one-to-one, girl-to-girl, right now. I'm sorry if this is you, but oh my god. You need to keep that shit to yourself. Like, or at least wait till you get home. You don't have to talk about it in the grocery store. Come on, honey, come on. I don't know. I just, like, this happened and I was so confused and I don't know. Like, how do you guys feel? Now you can't unknow. I bet you guys could have gone the rest of your life without hearing that story, but that is not how this deal works. Shit happens to me and I tell you about it. You girls, just because you're on the phone doesn't mean the rest of us can't hear you. Alright, quick little announcements that we got going on here. I don't know if you guys saw, but I was on the most recent YouTubers React, and in honor of that episode, I decided to wear my Carlton shirt. Oh, look. So if you wanted to, you could go check that out, and it's pretty awesome, and subscribe to the Fine Brothers, and subscribe to all of the people that are in that video, and it's awesome and stuff. So I love you all, and I'll see you next week. Bye!